Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to episode 2 of Taking Stuff Out of the Box, the ultra incredible, amazing show where we take stuff out of a box. All right, first up, we've got this little box from my friend Lee Daffrin over at thefretboard.co.uk. He's been a longtime fan of the show. That's his website / forum, all about guitar stuff. He's a really good dude. Anyway, he sent me this little box of joy. I remember pulled this open a couple days ago and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I got a message, hey, I see my package arrived. And I'm like, oh, okay, this came from you, because it didn't say who it came from. This is the Golden Horse. This is some kind of a overdrive / gain pedal for, like, you know, semi-overdriven tones, apparently. Lee really likes it, and I trust Lee's ear because he does get some pretty awesome tones. He's got a good fucking band, too. They wrote a really cool song called Sick Kind. I forget the name of his fucking band. I'm sure he'll remind us in the comments. Anyway, we'll check this out in a future episode. And also, we've got a nice little package here from Electric Eye Audio from Brazil. This is the Mud Killer. This is another overdrive kind of thing designed to clean up bottom end in your guitar sound. I saw this on Ola's channel there a couple weeks back and thought it was pretty cool. They reached out to me, asked me if I could do a video for them, and I'd be like, yes, I'd be thrilled to. Fucking love Brazil. Any country that produces a band as awesome as Angra, I'd be thrilled to do fucking product reviews from. Absolutely. I think that's fucking great. I hope we get to see more gear coming out of Brazil. I think that's fucking awesome. So yes, my extreme pleasure to do a video on this. Watch for that coming up real soon. Next up, we got a box from Yamaha and Line 6. Now, why in the hell would Line 6 send me something? Well, no, I'm not getting paid to do a video on it. I think that would just drive everybody absolutely crazy. What the hell, Glenn, you fucking sellout? No. This is, they wanted to send me this because they're confident in their new product. I'm like, okay, if they're confident enough to send me something, okay, it must be pretty decent. And what do we got here? It's the Pod Go. Now, I had a conversation with these guys a couple months ago, and they were talking about this, and I'm like, hey, that sounds really interesting. Anybody who's watched this show knows that I am no fan of Line 6 for a lot of reasons, most notably the original Spider series of amps has been the stuff of nightmares when it comes to making records and kids bringing in stuff into the studio that has no business being in the studio. I also was not a fan of the original Pod series. I could never, ever get a decent sound out of it. I know some guys out there got some pretty decent sounds, but for mere mortals like me, it's just never fucking happened. I am a fan of the Helix, however, because I thought that was pretty cool. And the Pod Go is based on Helix technology. It's the same models. So the Rev models that are in the Helix are now in the Pod. How to hook up your, they've got a nice little wiring diagram on the back. Powered speaker, traditional amp, mixer, and home recording. That's cool, so you can definitely use this as a front end for your amp, for all your effects and stuff like that. And I've never had a problem with Line 6's effects. It's always been the amp models that have really annoyed me because they always promise the world and severely under-delivered. This might be a lot cooler. Let's see what we get. There's the power supply, manuals, all that. Okay, cool. So looks like we get a bank up and down, and then 4 programs and tap tuner and mode. Okay. And that expression pedal's really got some nice resistance to it. Volume, encoders, all that kind of stuff. Display, more encoders. Cool. Guitar and foot switch, effects loop, awesome. Main out, amazing. Balanced and unbalanced, good. So we can do 3 conductor cable, that'll be great. Amp out, fantastic, that's your guitar out. Phones out, USB, DC in, and power. Not bad. It's even got a nice little handle here. I want to shoot it out against my Revs, both of them, the Rev 120 and the 100P, because this apparently does both models now, the red and the purple. We'll see how well it stacks up against the real thing. So please make sure you are fucking subscribed to the channel so you'll get updates for when that video comes out, because this guy's going up against the real thing, and we'll see just how well it holds up. And lastly, we've got great big box from my friend Chad Kelly. Chad makes the best reamp boxes on planet Earth. It's his company Signal Art. They're just absolutely stellar. Not the prettiest looking reamp boxes, but they're kind of like the Millennium Falcon. They got it where it counts. Ooh, we get a cable. Thanks, Chad. Oh, and his card. Thank you, Chad. That looks like a cool guitar cable. Let's see what else we get. Oh. I know what this is. This is the Angry reamp. And this apparently is a reamp box with a little bit of extra something thrown into the signal path. It's got some weight to it, actually. So that's pretty cool. The Signal Art reamp boxes, like I said, are the best on Earth. I have yet to come across anything even remotely close. Ooh, he's kind of upgraded. It's a nicer box, a little more solid feeling. This is a stamp, not a sticker. Got a little release there. That's cool. That's a really solid feeling knob as well. And we got a ground loop switch. It's a very simple thing he's done, but what Chad did was have a custom transformer built by Cinemag for him for his reamp box. And this is his newest version of it. I've got one of the originals, and actually Alex Nasloff has it down in California right now because he really needed it. Yes, so I've got two of them, and I can't wait to try these out. I'm going to dedicate a whole episode to reamping, and we're going to check out the real reamp versus the Angry reamp, and I'm really curious to hear. Chad says it just kind of boosts the signal a little bit in a certain way, and I'm not sure how well it's suited towards metal, but for doing classic rock tones, you know, overdriven, you know, crunchy stuff, this might be just the ticket. I'm not sure what's going on with this one. I'm gonna be real gentle because I know what this is. It does not come in a box, so I'm gonna be super gentle with this. Chad's been super excited about this, and I'm really excited to put it on the show. Ooh, this is the United Audio FET 47 mic. Chad's been going on and on and on about this thing, and he's saying just how close it is to the real thing. Like, he got really in depth with the engineering in one of his messages and kind of explained to me the whole thing, how we replicated, you know, the basket here and just the capsule and everything. This is the real shit. This is the closest you're going to get to a real FET 47 without spending thousands. You can bet this is going to get a fully dedicated review. But spoiler alert, yes, I'm anticipating some awesome stuff from this. So make sure you look for that. I can't wait to put this up on a stand and try it out. Now, everybody knows the sound of the FET 47. That's what they tracked Hetfield's vocals with on Enter Sandman. If you watch Year and a Half in the Life of Metallica, that's what he's singing into, one of the original Neumanns. This is United Audio. It's a new company, and so far the build on this looks absolutely nuts. This is a very heavy mic. It looks to be really excellently constructed. I'm super excited to try this out, and you guys are going to hear it here first on Spectre Sound. So once again, if you guys want to check out those full reviews, make sure you hit that fucking subscribe button. That way you get updates, you can see what's coming out and what's exciting and all that really cool stuff. All right, till next time, stay home, stay safe, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.